story, and we have a Blade update, another one. Because apparently they try to say that the movie is very much alive. And we did talk about that the other day, but there's more to the story. Plus, I'm hearing that they've changed the name to Fantastic Four, which I'm glad because that Fantastic Four title, I'm like, that sounds stupid. But the okay, so let's get to the story. So according to Comic Book Movie, they said that if you're a Blade fan, then it's fair to say the past 5 years haven't been the easiest. Mahershala Ali was announced as the MCU's Daywalker at the San Diego Comic Con in 2019, only for the pandemic to come along the following year and delay Marvel Studios' plan for the movie. Since then, the Blade reboot has lost various writers, and directors, and even a few actors like Lantern star Aaron Pierre. I totally forgot that Aaron Pierre was in that. That's why I was like, I remember hearing that name, but I totally forgot that he was attached to it. But look, Aaron Pierre ain't crying. He's about to be in the Green Lantern series. So, which is called Lanterns. But I would have loved to have seen him in the film of sorts. I wonder who he would have played though. So they said just last month it was finally removed from the MCU release calendar. We haven't been expecting it to drop in 2025, of course, but which was another blow for fans. Now on the plus side, we may finally have a positive update courtesy of scooper Daniel Rickman, who, I always talk about he gets the scoops and things. He does what is it, Daniel RPK is the name he goes by. So he said Mahershala Ali likes the new draft and they're close to finding a director. Now it's the MCU films um, most likely to go into production next year with nothing else as close. So aside from the ones we already have, as in Captain America Brave New World, which I'm hearing is not getting the greatest of reviews with the screenings, but I am curious. I do want to see it, so we'll see. And then we have Thunderbolts, which I'm kind of not that excited about. Then we have the Fantastic Four and also Spider-Man 4. And then they're saying that Blade are all that's left of the saga other than the Avengers films. Because, we have the Doomsday and the other one that's supposed to be coming out. Secret Wars, I believe. So now they said, well, Spider-Man 4 likely to be a multiversal movie. Blade would be a filling palate cleanser to drop at the vacant November 6th, 2026 slot. First of all, 11/6/26, that sounds like the perfect date to release that film. So get it together, MCU, please, and let's get this movie made. Because I don't know how hard is it to introduce vampires into the MCU. He said it's also possible we'll get it sooner than expected on February 13th, 2026, particularly if Rickman's claims are close to accurate. So if we get it February 13th, is that a Friday? Yeah, Friday 13th. It'd be nice if we could get a Friday the 13th movie, speaking of which, to come out. But February 13th, I'm like, why? Because he black? So I was wondering that, but I would feel like I would rather it be closer to the end of the year rather than the earlier part of the year. But at this point, I think like the fans, us Blade fans, are pretty much restless. It's like, can we just get the damn movie already? So they said in other news, following yesterday's Herbie story, the Fantastic Four First Steps may have a new title. So they're basically saying that a Redditor has spotted that the puppeteer has removed the robot from its LinkedIn profile and lists the movie not with the title announced at Comic Con, but as Fantastic Four First Contact. So I'm like, wait a minute. So why does that sound like a Star Trek movie that y'all trying to make? So now I'm not that bothered that they're going to change it to Fantastic Four First Contact. That's cute, but I only want to mention that in passing. Now that's not what I care about. I care about the Blade story. So in regards to Blade, because I'm a huge Blade fan. I love the first movie. I remember I went to the movies to see it because I had never seen nothing like that before. A vampire. First of all, I love horror movies, so anything with vampires. You see a vampire hunter doing martial arts, killing vampires, and then you're seeing a black lead in this thing. And everybody who grew up with Wesley Snipes, he was the big action movie star of the 90s with Passion 57 and a bunch of other films that he did. So seeing him in a Blade movie that first of all, a majority of us, I don't even think I heard of this character. I had never heard of Blade. And Blade was not like this big, major superhero character. But they took a chance. They took a gamble. They made this thing. Wesley Snipes produced it, got it off the ground, and it became the iconic thing that it is today, especially laying the groundwork for future superhero movies like X-Men and so many others. So yes, Blade walked so a lot of these other damn superhero shows could run it. I wish people would give Blade his flowers because if it wasn't for him, being that there was the first superhero movie, I feel like we took a superhero movie seriously because so many superhero movies came out and they were trash. prior to Blade. But then after that, we saw that everybody was kind of going into that tone. And look, Blade even introduced bullet time before the Matrix. So that was another plus. So I was here for that. So if they can finally get this thing off the ground, if they finally got a draft that Mahershala Ali is happy with, then I'm here for it. But I also have to say this. Look, Mahershala ain't getting any damn younger. He's already 50 years old, or might be 51 at this point. I don't know what his birthday is on the top of my head, but he's in his 50s. And we got to get this ball rolling sooner rather than later, because if y'all wait another year or two, it's going to get to a point where Mahershala, I guess they're just going to have to give him a producer's credit and he can get money off the back end while he goes over and does other things. And then you're just going to have to recast and get somebody younger up in there, because how long y'all going to have Mahershala playing this character or waiting around until y'all can get it together? So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story on basically what we have so far, according to Daniel RPK, and saying that they finally got something going. They're now looking for a director, and possibly in 2025, they could start filming this movie for a February or possible November 2026 release. And who do y'all think should direct this? I would love if Jordan Peele could come aboard this movie and direct it. I would have even said Ryan Coogler, but Ryan Coogler already got a vampire movie coming out with Michael B. Jordan next year that I'm quite interested in checking out, even though we don't know much about it. But we've heard little things, and based off the trailer, it does look intriguing. So, whatever your thoughts are on this topic, let me know in the comments down below.